We're leaving the house, and Chris says, "Wait till you see how I'm parked." Those were his words exactly. So I'm locking up, and I'm gonna see how he parked. Now, knowing him, I have a driveway can fit like 4 cars tight, but you gotta pull up. Like, see, I'm pulled up all the way to the front here, so a car can fit behind me. Next to me, this cock parks all the way out in the sidewalk.
Let me tell you a story here. Whoa, new shirt. So I usually park right here, right? Because me and Jack usually wake up around the same time, and like, I park a little crooked, you know. It's a little late. I'm tired. I'm not trying to do a perfect parking spot. So Marcus parks right here, and he's like, "Dude, park straight." I'm like, "All right, motherfucker, I'll park straight." So I decided to park right here. So 1, I took his spot, and 2, he can't park behind me. So he's got no choice but to park here.
Way to go.
I beat him. I beat the system.
There it is. Parts came in from Canada. This is a box of goodies for Mr. Reliable that are about to go on. I got them all tore down right now. As you can see, there's the stock conrod. Head and cylinder, piston are all off. I'm ready to go. The stock stuff is right here. You can see typical crust. So, you know, 2-stroke stuff's really dirty, typically. Hopefully with the fuel I'm running, it won't get this dirty again, but there you go. So it's raining, still. It's been raining for days, and I'm just glad I had the opportunity to take this moment to do all this stuff. So, here's the basics. We got the Polini Sport cylinder and head.
More scooter parts.
That's right. Then we got the Polini high-speed variator and a Yasuni pipe. This is the R to go with it, as well as some rollers, jets, and a spark plug. So I'm gonna go ahead and get cracking on that, get that stuff done. I also got I didn't open it yet, but I got a taillight, Japanese taillight. So it gets rid of the American stupidity that hangs off the back, and it streamlines it and actually integrates the taillights into the back of the bike. So I'll put that on next also. In the meantime, let's get this stuff on, put them back together. So here are the parts lined up next to each other. You can see the stock 50cc piston right here next to the 70cc. So you can see pretty huge difference. There's the head, and here's the head of the Polini. This Polini has a squish band, which is a lot better. It's going to be a more efficient burn than this open chamber design, or dome, or whatever you want to call it. So the cylinders are very similar, just you can see, it's hard to see, but the ports are actually very similar shape and design, just a lot different size. So the exhaust port here, you can see, versus the factory 50cc, which is half blocked off. Interesting. So this should make a pretty big difference. All right, new cylinder piston are in. Putting the fan shroud back on now. Fan, put on my light and flywheel setup that I have. It's a Hoka lightweight flywheel. And then we'll put the exhaust on, continue buttoning it up. Now we got pipe mounted up, bolted up to the cylinder. Comes with studs, so it's not going to break off in there, and this nice bracket. So now we're going to mount the silencer, put the plastics back on. So now we went ahead and pulled out these stock springs from the clutch, put in the upgraded Polini springs, and I'm going to reassemble the clutch with the new torque spring as an assembly back onto the drive sheaths. So there's the new torque spring, there's the old one. And now this is going to go back together. The final piece of this puzzle is the back lens. Like I said, this factory piece is just a fake. It's got nothing to it. So the new piece that goes onto it has the actual lenses on it, and wiring. So I'm gonna put this on and I'll actually have the tail lights and the brake light in the factory location as they were designed. Okay, so she's all back together now, or he's all back together, I should say. Here's the final product. We got the exhaust on it. Everything's back together. I got my tail lights on it. And we're breaking her in on the dyno now. Making some preliminary pulls, and it's looking pretty good so far. It's about double horsepower at this point.
Dude!
What?
This is me driving at the subway with my
Look at that.
with my neon on the bottom.
See, look at that. For those of you that want to know,
Bringing back throwbacks.
Rudnick is a Scooter Gang member
Dude,
for life.
I want to show you my good one.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, check this bad girl out. Ready?
Sticker bombed.
Hold on. Oh yeah, dude.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you like that?
That's some future stars stuff right there. Look at that. I don't know if it's as good as the next zone, but
I don't know. Did you see? Look,
it's up there.
it says low. It was low. We lowered.
How low
We
is
lowered
it?
the suspension all the way, so I had no travel, but it looked sick.
That's it. That's why you do it. Scooter life.
Yeah, look.
So we're gonna continue breaking this in, and then I'll get some numbers. But for now, let's crank it up so you can hear what it sounds like. Punchy now. Go. Let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, so this is a first run here with the kit, the big bore kit on, and you can see we peaked out right around 6.5 horsepower. So it's a pretty good start. I have not tweaked anything yet on this. That was just with me upjetting a little bit, and I left the timing as retarded as possible. Just didn't want to stress it at all. So right there, 6.5 horsepower, top speed now, right there, right at 60 miles per hour. And that was still climbing. I just let off because again, I'm not trying to abuse it yet. But we're at 60 miles an hour now, and it was still making a solid 5 horsepower, 4.9 horsepower right at that point. So before, it was dropped way off to like 2 horsepower. If you can do let's see if we can hit a comparison here. Here's the baseline. Let me get rid of this one. Here's the baseline. And you can see the two on top of each other. So beforehand, we were at 3.8 horsepower. That's to the wheel. And speedo-wise, we were done at 41 miles per hour. And at that speed, we were making 2.8. Now, all the way at 60 miles per hour, we're making 5 horsepower basically. So almost double the horsepower. That's pretty significant. And again, that's with no further tuning at this point. I'm gonna keep breaking the motor in, and then I will play with the jetting a little bit. I think it's pretty close, to be honest with you. And then maybe play with the CVT a little bit, but pretty much at the goal right there. The scooter is running great. It does wheelies from a stop, like it's silly. So I'm gonna do a little break-in with it, and I'll strap on the helmet when the next chance I get, and we'll take it for a ride. But we are definitely in the next zone now. Big shout out to scootertuning.ca. They always hook it up, and this is Mr. Reliable. Hopefully he stays reliable. bulletproof. That's the name of the game with this little jog. Hope you guys like it. I'm loving it.